Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Les Brown's Motivational Monday Night Call, your place for motivation and inspiration by world-renowned speaker, author, coach, Mr. Les Brown, featuring Mr. Brown and his platinum speakers. My name is Dr. Stacy N.T. Grant, and I have the privilege and the pleasure of being the host for these Motivational Monday Night Calls, and we want to thank you for your support and participation in this platform. This is one of the greatest joys of Mr. Brown's life, to know that he's impacting and changing lives literally all over the globe. So we thank you for taking time out of your Monday night schedules to be here, to participate, to share your stories and testimonies as you are creating good in our global marketplace. So we invite you to visit Mr. Brown on Facebook. That's brown.les on Facebook, where you can interact and get inspirational messages from him on a daily basis, as well as information on upcoming programs and events. You can visit lesbrownuniversity.com if you'd like to be a part of an ongoing outreach that will give you some motivational emails and tools to help you along your path. And you can also go to the lesbrowninstitute.com if you want to establish your own business, share your voice, your story, and build your own program. And those of you that are in the New York City area, guess what? Mr. Brown is coming to dinner. He is coming to New York on Wednesday, October 18th, 2017. You can visit lesbrownnyc.com. That's the lesbrownnyc.com if you want to see Mr. Brown live and in living color in the Empire State. And yours truly will be there presenting too. So I look forward to meeting all of you who are able to attend. So just go to lesbrownnyc.com to reserve your space. Tickets are going fast, and we're almost sold out. So I look forward to connecting with those of you that can attend. So today, I want to just share a message with you. Mr. Brown was here last week, and he gave an inspiring message of what we needed to hear and just be reminded of in a time when there's so many things going on. You know, the news cycles have changed, and there are different things that are at the top of the list when it comes to what's happening in the world, but there's still so many people that are regrouping, reframing, and recalibrating their lives because of Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane Irma, the earthquake in Mexico, and now we have another storm that's brewing, Jose. So it doesn't end, and there are people who are quietly trying to rebuild their lives and work on how they can create a new normal out of everything that has gone on, and it's not easy, right? It's not easy to be in a space of getting your house, your material things, your cars, your clothes, all taken away from you. But the good news is that there's still life for those who were able to survive. But there were many people who did not. And Mr. Brown talked about what it means to really be in a space of reflecting, refocusing, recalibrating, and recovering. And I felt it was necessary to just drill down deeper on that, to really go a little further, because you don't know what people are dealing with, family. Folks can smile on the outside, they can dress up real nice, but be going through so much, and maybe it's not the hurricane that's affected their lives in the physical sense, but they've had a hurricane of other things going on, with loss of jobs or challenges in growing a business or problems in relationships or raising children. None of us are exempt from the challenges of life. And that's why it's so personal to me when we talk about this topic, because when I wrote the book, Action, Action Despite the Distraction, 7 Life Lessons to Thrive and Live Your Destiny Now, it wasn't just because I wanted to publish a book. No, I wanted to share my truth. I knew that these lessons would be able to help individuals who are stuck, who are just dealing with, man, I'm almost there, and then something happens, or I'm moving along my goals and dreams, and whoosh, out of nowhere, Hurricane Irma, Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane Jose shows up, and then maybe it's the hurricane of finances or the hurricane of relationships or anything that has come and uprooted your peace. And the fields of your peace have been disturbed so bad that you're at the point of contemplating giving up. You're at the point of not knowing if it can happen for you. You're at the point of not knowing, maybe it's illness. Maybe you've gone through things like Ben, one of our faithful callers here on the Motivational Monday Night Call. Ben deals with a disease each and every day that it's hard sometimes to move because he is in so much pain in his intestinal area and he can't eat and it requires a lot of surgery. But sometimes Ben is on this call, calling in from Israel where it's almost 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because he said, Dr. Stacy, you're my medication. You're my dose of energy. You give me the resilience that I need in my spirit to just keep taking action. Or it could be someone like my Tiffany who called in on this call, and that's how we met and we were able to connect. And Tiffany's participated in some of my training and my programs, and Tiffany deals with multiple sclerosis. And some days it's painful for her to just move. Some of the things that we take for granted, some of the things that we can do without thinking twice, without blinking. It's difficult, and she's raised her girls. She took care of her grandfather till his last breath, and I never hear her complain. And these are people, when I think about Tiffany, I think about Ben, and I think about some of the challenges that have come up against me. I couldn't even fix my mouth to complain because I'm not dealing with a quarter of what it is that they're doing, and they're still taking action. The hurricanes in their life have showed up in a physical form, in illnesses that have dared to cripple them, that have caused them physical pain on a daily basis, but they refuse to give up. That's how they found Les Brown. That's how they found his books, and they've heard his videos or they've seen him on YouTube. And it inspired them. It touched them deep down in their soul because they were looking and searching for just confirmations that they can get through, that it's not over until you win. Confirmations that just because life may give you a bad hand doesn't mean that you have to play that hand the way society tells you, that you can turn it around, that you can create a blessing from the burden, that you can move yourself in a different direction of taking action and inspiring somebody else not to give up. See, when Mr. Brown talked about the ability to reflect, refocus, recalibrate, and recover, it was a basis, action, despite the distraction, because you're going to have distractions. Things are going to happen to you, family. I just hung up the phone with a good friend of mine rushing to get on the call whose mother just passed away. And there are no words. This is the hurricane that he is facing in his life right now. There are no words to really describe what you feel when you lose a parent. And thank God I haven't lost my parents, but I have lost my grandparents. And that was one of the hardest things, to lose my grandmother. And I know that people said the kindest words. They extended just the loveliest of notes and emails and visits and cards and all sorts of expressions of condolences. But nothing can really calm your soul. Nothing can really give you peace but God. Well, at least that's my truth, and I know everybody doesn't believe as I believe, but all I could do with my friend was just pray. Just pray for strength. Not try to rationalize or justify, but just pray. Pray that he could get that peace in knowing that the love of his mother will be with him for eternity, that she will always be right beside him in those moments where he can't explain, in those times where he turns and he feels a soft wind brush by his face, that will be the spirit of his mother just guiding, leading, and an extra praying angel over his life. And last week, I had to do the same thing for another one of my very close friends who had to lay her father to rest. And this coming Wednesday, I have to be there for another friend. I said, oh, my goodness, 4 of my friends back to back have lost their parents. It's a hurricane in their lives of emotion, of sadness, of figuring out a new normal without one of the most treasured people in their lives. And I don't know what it is for you. I don't know what's going on in your life. But what I do know, that if you're on this call, that we're cut from the same call. What I do know, that if you're on this call, you believe in hope. What I do know, if you're on this call, that the words that have inspired you, that have made you want to do more, that made you go after your dreams in a bigger way, that made you not quit when you felt the strains and the pressure of life, is that you, in this space and season where you are, will continue to push through to that next best version of yourself, that you're not going to take it lying down. No, you're going to put up a fight. And you're going to tell life, whatever you throw my way, I have something for you. I have an answer. I have an antidote. Because I'm going to take the time to reflect. I'm going to take the time to do that work on me. I'm going to take that time to say, even though this is not an easy time, even though I might have hit some challenges or what seems like rock bottom, I'm still here. I'm still standing. I'm still breathing. And there's some people who can't say that today, family. There's some people who are no longer here to create programs, products, services, ideas. They're no longer here to tell those that they love them. They're no longer here to go after their goals and their dreams, to know that they have another day and another opportunity to get this thing called life right. Well, I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's now or never. Your dreams can't wait. It's now or never for you to move with volume and velocity towards your goals, to take the time to reflect on all the things that have brought you to where you are. The good, the bad, those that might not be the best of memories, they've all shaped the experience of who you are in the world right now. And as you reflect, focus more on the things that you are grateful for rather than complain about the things that you cannot change. That's my first piece of advice to you tonight. Reflect on those things that you are grateful for instead of those things that you cannot change. Let that go. Life is too short. Tomorrow is not promised. And the more you focus on the blessing, guess what? The more blessings you'll attract to you. Someone very wise once said, what you focus on expands. And I challenge you tonight to focus on the blessings even in the midst of the storm. To focus on the blessings even when it's not easy. And I'm not just telling you this because it sounds good. No, I want this to hit you in your core, to hit you in your belly, because I know what it is to go through. I mean, right now as I'm talking to you, someone hacked the server of my website. Whole site is down. They didn't have the backup, and I could be sucking my thumb, rolling over on the ground, complaining about this is the worst timing. We have classes that are getting ready to run. We have programs that we're launching, and the site is down. No, what I will do is be grateful that one site is still up, and that's actionbook.com. How about it? The same one that I talk about taking action despite the distraction. So this is a temporary distraction. Someone tried to hack into my social media. Someone tried to go into an account recently. All these things are just proof that I must be making a difference somewhere because somebody's showing up mad. And I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue taking action. And that's what happens when you reflect. You reflect on the blessing. So I have more to be grateful for than to complain about this temporary inconvenience, because that's what it is. When these sorts of things happen, these sorts of hurricanes in our lives of various proportions, they are small distractions in comparison to what is ahead for you. And just know when you hit something and it's coming hard, fast, and furious, that means you're on the verge of a breakthrough. Something amazing is about to happen to you. Yeah, it might look crazy. You're like, Dr. Stacey, you got to be kidding me. With what I'm going through right now, I don't know how you could possibly say that something amazing is about to happen. I promise you it is, if you just keep pushing, if you just keep taking action and refocus, right? That was what Les talked about last week, about refocusing yourself. Because when you refocus, you no longer can give energy to the things you can't control. You'll start to give energy to the places and the work that you need to do to get to that next best version of yourself. So when you're refocused, you don't get distracted. When you're refocused, you keep moving. And what happens when you keep moving, family? You build momentum. And in building that momentum, you start to excite your own self. You're like, wait a minute. I look back and I can't even believe that that's me. I can't believe I made it through. I can't believe I got over. But once you take the time to do the work and refocus, I guarantee you'll be in a different place and you'll be able to recalibrate. You're like, okay, Dr. Stacy, recalibrate how? Recalibrate with what you have. Use what you have. When you start taking stock in how you make decisions, where you spend your time, just as Wayne Dyer talked about, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So recalibrate. I don't know what is happening with you right now, but maybe you need to recalibrate. And if you're doing well, fantastic. Keep moving and sharing your story of what you've come over to get where you are. Because somebody is watching you. Somebody is looking at you. Somebody is in need of hope right now. They've almost given up. They're ready to throw their hands in the air and say, I can't do this anymore. This is too hard. But your example, your testimony can show them that even in the midst of going through the fire, even in the midst of standing in the storm, that you can hold on to hope for tomorrow, that the darkest hour is right before dawn. But you just have to hold out. I do a whole talk around wait the wait out. Sometimes you just got to wait the wait out. It might not happen when you want it, but it will happen when it's time. So you take that time to recalibrate, and after you do that, you can recover from whatever has happened in your life. You can recover from the ups, the downs, the round, the towns. You can recover from the things that have come to disrupt the fields of your peace. And you can stand in the authority of knowing that you have been put on this planet to walk in your divine assignment. You have been given a gift. You have been given a talent. You have to bless us in the global marketplace with the brilliance of you in whichever form that takes. So it's that book that you said you're going to write, if it's that business that you're launching, if it's that new program that you're offering, if it's that piece of real estate that you're buying, if it's a new family that you're creating, if it's a nonprofit that you're starting, that you are going to execute on your dream and take action despite the distraction. That's what you are going to do, because I believe in you. Les believes in you. This time, for such a time as this, every single person on the sound of my voice has to stand up with authority and conviction to execute your divine assignment so we can make this world a better place. No, it's not time to play, family. It's not time to take things for granted. Every moment, every ounce of time we have is precious and valuable. And we need to create a plan. We need to execute on a daily basis and build that momentum to get to that next best version of ourselves. We need to decide what that is. So here's my challenge tonight. I've given you a lot. I've shared a lot, and it's coming from deep down in my soul to your soul, because I see what everyone's going through. I am encouraged to continue this work, to grow in a bigger way, to offer opportunities that will help individuals get to the finish line of what it is that they have been commissioned and predestined to do on this planet. That I'm going to turn up the volume, that I'm going to push forward with greater volume and velocity, because tomorrow is not promised. And when my time is done on this earth, I want to hear well done. When my time is done on this earth, I want to know I used every single thing that I have been given to make a difference on this planet. So I invite you to take the challenge with me. And tonight, I want you to focus on these last 2 weeks of the third quarter. We're about to hit the fourth quarter, and that's going to create a whole nother shift of momentum to really finish this year strong. But tonight, I have one request for you. I want you to write down 3 goals. 3 goals. Not 10, not 15, not 50. 3 goals that you are going to hold yourself accountable for completing between tonight and the last day in the month of September, September 30th. So from tonight, the 18th of September to September 30th, I want 3 major goals that you are going to commit to completing. 3. And I want you to write it down right now. If you are driving and you can't write it down, just remember to do it as soon as you are able. If you have a tablet or a computer and you'd rather do it electronically, that's fine. But I want you to write down 3 goals that you are going to accomplish between tonight and September 30th. That is my challenge to you because I'm writing mine. I have some specific things that need to be finished before this third quarter wraps up. And then those of you that want to take it to another level, I'll be able to share with you how you can do that because I'm doing a special course in the fourth quarter around that action that needs to happen in order to get it done. That you're not going to let 2017 end the way it started. That this is going to be your best year yet. So we can't change what's happened in the first quarter, the second quarter, or even up until this moment. But we can influence what we will do when it comes to the fourth quarter and how we are going to finish strong. So that's my challenge to you. 3 things, family. 3 things that you are going to accomplish between today, September 18th, and September 30th. Now, for those who are saying, Dr. Stacy, you said a lot tonight. It stirred up something. I hope it did. I hope you go to bed uncomfortable. I want my words to ring in your ears. I want you to be so uncomfortable with the status quo or letting things be the way they were. No, it's time for you to move in a different direction. It's time for you to manifest your divine assignment in a larger way, to play big. On my screensaver, I have go hard or go home. It's time for you to take it to the next level. We see what's going on in the world around us, and we have to stand up and be lights. We have to stand up and be change agents. We have to stand up and help and serve in a way that'll make this world better. So if you want more information about what we're going to be doing in my fourth quarter series, then you can just text your name and your email address. Text your name and your email address to 347-395-2903. That's 347-395-2903. This will be an invitation-only opportunity. We're not blasting it out as we're rebuilding the damage that was done to my website because the devil is a lie. We are moving forward, and I am going to pour in and help those who know that in this season and in this space and time, they're ready for what's next. And they're not going to make excuses. We're going to get it done. So think about where you are right now. Think about all that you have come through. Think about the numerous times you've had to take a moment, just one little moment, to reflect, refocus, recalibrate, and recover, and celebrate that you are even in the space and time to acknowledge where you are, celebrate where you've come from, but now make the decision to play full out on where you're going. So take a minute to do that. And after this call is over, get busy on your assignment. 3 major goals, 3 major things that you want to accomplish between now and September 30th. And I promise you, if you follow, not just writing it down, but actually getting it done, it will enter a new level of possibility into your mental psyche. It will flip the switch on anything that has come to disrupt and dispute the greatness that's inside of you. It will force a new level of action because you are building that momentum. So I'm excited for those of you that will. And my gift to you tonight, if you haven't heard of my book or you didn't get the free chapter yet, just go to actionactionbook.com. That's just my gift to you. And you go to actionactionbook.com, you can get the whole first chapter of the book for absolutely free. That is my gift to you, to just inspire you to take action. But if you're ready to go to that next level, I want you to give me your 3 goals and tell me that you're ready for 4th quarter mastery by texting your name and your email to 347-395-2903. That's 347-395-2903. So I pray this has been a blessing to you tonight. I'm excited to meet those of you who can come to New York on October 18th for LesBrownNYC.com. Look forward to those of you that will be interacting with Les Brown University and the Les Brown Institute. We are going to have an amazing time on this journey of finishing 2017 strong. This is not a game. This is my life. I take it seriously, and I take each of you seriously because you are a part of my assignment. I'm humbled to be able to share this platform with you each Monday night, to be here with Mr. Brown, to do this work because we're determined to create and change and save lives one day at a time. So this is Dr. Stacey N.C. Grant signing off. I will open up the call for about 2 minutes for anybody that has a question or a comment, and then we will move on with another commitment we have tonight. But I'm just so glad that you took time out to join and open up your heart and lend me your ears. So stand by as I open up the line.
All callers are unmuted. All callers are muted and may unmute themselves by pressing *6.
Okay, family, you can unmute by pressing *6.
Hey, Stacy.
Dr. Stacy. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you, Ma?
Yes, I hear Myron, I hear Ray, and I heard another voice, so we'll go in that order. Myron?
Well, no, Ray, you go before me. I'm, ladies and gentlemen. Always.
Okay. And I hear a new caller, so Ray, go right ahead, darling.
Well, I can't text on this silly little flip phone. So,
So you know what, Ray? I will work on connecting with you in the week, okay?
okay, thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you for being here.
I waited 7 days for this call.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, my Ray. And Myron, go right ahead.
Stacy, love you. Love you, Ray. Goals. Thank you for the goals are set. I just wrote them down. Thank you for asking, and I love you.
You are welcome. Love you more. Nothing you can do about it. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Precious.
Hey, Dr. Stacy, this is Deborah from New York. I just have to tell you, I am all lit up because I was born on the first day of the 4th quarter, and I got to tell you, this is one of the first times that I'm thinking, gee, the energy it took me to get here then is the energy I'm revving up for these goals for October 1st.
Yes. Well, I love it. I'm born the 4th day of the 1st month of the 4th quarter, so we are Libra sisters. So we got.
Oh, yes.
I love it. So
Thank you. Yes, I will, and thank you so much because this is just a continuation of every Monday I can make it is another Monday that I'm on fire. So thank you.
Oh, you are welcome, and thank you so much for sharing that.
All right.
All right, family. I saw one other person trying to get through. Go right ahead.
Hi, Dr. Stacy. Good evening. This is Suraj from Los Angeles.
Hi, Suraj! How are you?
I am doing great. I just had tears in my eyes when you said one thing today, which has just bounced off my soul. When you said the words, no matter the storm that we're going through, you have to find something to be grateful for. I can't even tell you, Dr. Stacy, that is such a powerful statement right there. I've been trying to practice that, and when I give my speeches, I tell people that, and I thank you for saying that tonight.
Absolutely, Suraj. Absolutely. That's what we have to, because we don't, then the enemy gets in and interrupts what we have to do. So we have to focus on that, because if our faith and those of us of faith understand that that's what keeps us going, because faith is what you cannot see. So you just keep on pressing, my friend, and I just am so grateful for you, and just be encouraged.
No, thank you. Yes, and do not give the enemy the free rent in your head. Exactly.
That's right. That's right. You got it.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Stacy.
You are welcome. You're so welcome. All right, family, I see one other person, and then I'm going to wrap on up for tonight. Just make sure that your line isn't stuck. I hate to go when you have something on your heart, but I do have another commitment as we close down this call tonight. Just know that my love and my prayers and heart goes out to everyone still recovering from Harvey, Irma, and we're praying that we don't see more devastation with Jose and those who were affected by the earthquake and all the other things that are happening in our world. Let's be beacon of light. God bless you all, and we'll be back again by the grace of God next Monday. This is Dr. Stacy signing off.